Hi, this is Jill from Humu Yoga, and this is the gentle chair yoga practice. This week, we're working with the theme of patience. So I'm going to go ahead and take us through a quiet centering, and I'll go through some inspirational quotes on patience. And then I'll weave these quotes into the practice today, where we're going to focus a bit on hamstrings and hips. So if this is something that you like, please subscribe, because I do a different class with a different focus and theme every week. So to get started, just notice how you're sitting. You don't want to be all the way back in your chair. You probably don't want to be too far forward either. So somewhere in the middle where you can sit up. So with your feet on the floor, feel an energy through your legs, and then notice the muscles you're sitting on or your pelvic floor, and just engage it enough for support. We call that Mula Bandha, and it means root lock. And then above that, below the belly button, draw the belly in, and you can feel a lift. It's called Uddiyana Bandha, and it means flying upward. And then at the top of the spine, just drop the chin down, and that's called Jalandhara Bandha, and it's a chin lock, and it seals in the energies of the bandhas. So now with the bandhas engaged, you're supported from the inside. You can release the hands and stay lifted. And then we just begin to focus on the breath. So as you inhale, you can visualize how the rib cage expands. And then as you exhale, feel it relax. Inhale, expand, feel the rib cage. Exhale, feel it relax. And one more conscious breath as you inhale fully and exhale. Let's go ahead and take our hands together in prayer position at the heart, and we'll vibrate together with the mantra Om, and I'll go through the quotes. Inhale. Om. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. The trees that are slow to grow bear the best fruit. Patience is not about waiting. It's about trusting the process and staying present while things unfold. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Skill comes with patience, persistence, and a willingness to fall and get back up again. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Patience. I'm getting better at this as I age, but it's really important for me because I tend to push myself a little hard, and as I'm aging, this yoga practice is so amazing when I don't do that. When I want to do chair yoga today because I want to be a little bit more gentle on my body, it can still be a very full practice. So let's get started with the practice today, and just start with some shoulder rolls. So just gently let the shoulders go back, up, and forward. Notice, how does that feel in your body today? Back, up, and forward. Now we'll go the other way. So go up, back, and forward. And just do that a few times. Notice what's going on there today. Forward. And then just pause for a moment. We're going to gently stretch the neck. So just from here, draw your shoulders away from your ears. You could even hold on lightly, and then just let your right ear drop. But as I do that, I'm not lifting my shoulders, I'm just letting it drop. Now I'm just going to take my right hand and use the weight of the hand to gently assist, go a little deeper, and the stretch is right on the neck. And I'm rolling that left shoulder away from the left ear as I do this. And then from here, just dropping the chin down, and it changes the stretch a little bit. Just notice that. And then coming back to where I was, and then release gently. And then roll the shoulders down gently. Just let your left ear drop. And I'm really rolling that right shoulder away from the ear. Only if you want to, you could take your hand. You don't have to. And gently, I'm not pushing, it's just a gentle weight of my hand. And then I'm dropping the chin, and I'm really being conscious to roll that right shoulder away from the right ear. And then I come back and gently come up. And now inhale, reach your arms, and exhale, reach out. We'll do that again. Inhale, reach the arms. And exhale, reach out. And one more time, inhale, reach. And then I'm going to take the hands in back of my head and lift way up. And then we're going to take a side bend to the right. I'm pushing my head back into my hands. Just feel that side bend and rise up. And then we'll side bend to the other side and rise up. And so from here, staying lifted, I'm going to reach the arms. And then let's elevate and externally rotate. So you feel that, elevate, externally rotate. You could even take your right hand and assist in that as we come over. So I'm kind of pulling a little. And then from here, I'm going to take my hand down now and roll the shoulder away from the ear as I encourage that side bend a little bit more. Breathing. You could change your gaze, but you don't have to. And then rise up. And we'll go to the other side. So we'll reach the arms up, elevate, externally rotate, and then I'm going to grab the wrist to assist as I come over. And then once I'm over, I'm going to hold onto the chair somewhere and then really roll that shoulder away from my ear. I just get a little deeper stretch that way. And you could look up if it felt okay, gazing down the nose to look up though, or not, and rise up. And now I'm going to turn and we're going to come into the lunge pose because this pose is really powerful. It really opens the hip, the front of the hip, and it works the forward leg as well, the hip, the back of the hip. So it's got a lot going on. Let's go ahead and bend that knee for a moment and really use these muscles. These are your hamstrings working as you bend and you stretch the hip. That's what hamstrings do. So stay there and then notice, can you keep the hamstrings engaged a bit as you straighten? So bend and straighten. So you're actively stretching. And one more. And then from here, see if you can take both hands on the rib cage and lift your sternum up, up, up. And now we're going to reach the arm up, up, up. Some of you might be able to have both hands up and reach up to go back. You might even be able to use your legs and rise up and come down. Maybe you have one hand on and you just rise up. You'll really feel the glutes if you do that. If not, you can stay on the chair, but just come up a little, just enough to engage, and then maybe take it back a little bit more. And then rising up. And from here, we're going to take it to Warrior Two. So the same thing, we're going to open out to Warrior Two. You notice the front knee opens. And then from here, really reaching. See if you can engage your legs enough that you come up a little. Maybe you don't come off the chair, but maybe you just feel the engagement. It feels like external rotation in that front hip. And you're really working it. One more. Back. And then we're going to go to the other side. So we're coming back into that lunge. We're taking the hands on the ribs here and bending the knee and engaging these muscles. Push. It's like I'm pushing my butt forward and stretching the hip flexors here and then straighten. You do that again. Keep it engaged as you straighten. And one more time. Straighten. And from here, we're going to reach up, up, up. Maybe you want to take both hands, reaching. And then from here, we're going to try and engage the legs. So you can use your hand and come down. Maybe you don't need to. Just going where you can. And then finding that back bend. And then from here, we're going to open. Warrior Two. And from here in your Warrior Two, really open. Feel the external rotation. Maybe you can come up a little and down. Maybe you don't come all the way off the chair. Maybe you stay here, but you feel the engagement. And do that one more time. And down. And then from here, let's come into the goddess pose and just turn the feet out. And I feel like I'm sticking my butt out as I hinge forward first for the stretch. Maybe your hands can come down to the floor and just pause here. Maybe you can walk forward. I'm trying to open my knees and then inhale, rise up. And now I'm just going to pause here Now we're gonna do, it's kind of, you might need to move your feet in a little bit, kind of a wide squat so you really get into the glutes. So think about the hip crease in the glutes. As you come forward, stick your butt out. You can use your hands like a sumo squat and come up and try to straighten your legs. You come back down, stick the butt out and come down and then come up. You can feel the glutes working. And one more time. And come up. And then from here, let's go ahead and do Prasarita Padottanasana, but a standing version. I'm moving the chair just so you get the visual, but you can keep the chair right where it is. And let's take the feet nice and wide. And then from here, we're just gonna hinge forward into the forward bend. And place your hands on the chair and really use that. You can adjust if you want more stretch. And try to keep your back as straight as you can. I'm engaged in my back muscles. Some of you might be able to go lower. Just take it to where it feels good in your body. You should be feeling more outer hamstrings here. Breathe, and then inhale. See if you can rise up. And then we're gonna change. We're gonna take the feet so they're right under the hips, and we'll step the left foot back. And we're trying to keep the hips squared here and really engage this front leg and pull the right butt back, and you will feel the hamstrings here. Reach, reach, and breathe. Breathe, and just go where it feels good in your body. And then inhale, and we're just gonna switch sides. So reaching, I'm really pulling this left hip back, trying to deepen that crease as I reach. So just go where it feels good in your body. And you can relax your head and then inhale, lengthen. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put the chair back. So hopefully you got a good hamstring stretch there. And then we're gonna come back down to seated. So let's take that nice wide stance. And you can reach your arms forward, let your butt go back. Maybe you wanna make sure the chair is there and come back. And let's come to our nice figure four. So just pull the right knee in. And this one really is nice on the glutes. And just take a moment to sit up. Sit up and open the knee. And then some of you can keep your back engaged, can come forward. And then rise up. And then let's go ahead and just cross deeply. Really just get in there as much as you can. And we'll turn to the right and get a nice twist. So with your left hand, encourage that left leg to come around. And you can use the back of your chair as leverage as you sit up and turn. Shoulders are down. And then inhale and come back to the center. Let's go to the other side. So letting the left leg come up, feel the hip crease. Take the ankle over the knee. Sit up and notice that. You want to really feel the hip, the outer hip. And then maybe come forward. Breathing. Inhale, rise up. Tightly cross. So really get in there. And then we're going to turn. Use the leverage of the chair and your right hand on your right knee as you turn. And I'm twisting those right ribs to the left. Feels really good. Shoulders are down. Breathing. And then inhale, come around. And I always like to finish with a back bend and then a forward bend. So angel arms here, shoulders down, and feel a sense of widening. And then lift, 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 lift. Slowly coming down through heart center. Scoot to the edge of your chair. Let your legs come out in front of you. You can feel the hamstrings now, but maybe they're nice and open. So deepen that hip crease. Keep your low back engaged. And then when you find you're as long as you can, as much length, then you can surrender in. Maybe your hands are here. And breathe and release. Forward bends are all about release. And then inhale, lengthen, and rise up. And I always like to finish right where we started, in the same position, and just notice the energy and where you are now as opposed to the beginning of class. And can you take this theme of patience and just let it resonate in everything you do. Namaste.